Khilafat agitation and the non-cooperation movement. Next, the Khilafat issue was one such cause in 1920. The British imposed a harsh treaty on the Turkish Sultan of Khalifa. People were furious about this as they had been about the Zalzala. Also, Indian Muslims were keen that the Khalifa be allowed to retain control over Muslim sacred place in the erstwhile Ottoman Empire. The leaders of the Khilafat agitation, Muhammad Ali, and now wished to initiate a full-fledged no cooperation movement. Gandhiji supported their call and urged the Congress to campaign against Punjab wrongs. Jallianwala, the Khalifa, and wrong in the demand strong. Next, the non-cooperation movement gained momentum through 1921-22. Thousands of students left government-controlled schools and colleges. Many lawyers such as A. Motilal Nehru, C.R. Das, Asaf Ali gave up their practices. British titles were benefit foreign cloth. The imports of foreign cloths fell distinctly between 1920 and 1922, but all this was merely the up of the iceberg. Large parts of the country were on the brink of the formidable revolt. Next, people investigations. Next, in many cases, people resisted British rule non-violently. It others different classes and groups interpreting Gandhiji call in their own manner protested in ways that were not in accordance with his idea. In either case, people linked their movements to local grievances. Let us look at a few examples next. In Gujarat, Patidar Patel organized non-violent campaigns against the high land revenue demand of the British. In coastal and interior Tamil Nadu, liquor shops were picketed. In the Guntur district of Andhra Pradesh, tribals and poor peasants staged a number of forest satyagraha, sometimes sending their cattle into forest without paying grazing fee. They were protesting because the colonial state had restricted their use for forest resource in various ways. Next, they believed that Gandhiji would get their tax reduced and have the forest regulations abolished. In many forest villages, peasants proclaimed Swaraj and believed that Gandhi Raj was about to be established. Next, in Sindh, now in Pakistan, Muslim traders and peasants were very enthusiastic about the Khalifa call in Bengal. The Khalifa non-cooperation alliance gave enormous communal unity and strength to the national movement. Next, in Punjab, the Akali agitation of the Sikhs sought to remove corrupt mahants supported by the British from their gurudwaras. Next, this movement got closely identified with the non-cooperation movement. Assam Tea Garden laborers shouting Gandhi Maharaj Ki Jai demanded a big increase in their wages. Next, the happenings of 1920 to 1929. Next, Mahatma Gandhi, as you know, was against violent movements. He abruptly called off the non-cooperation movement when in February 1922 a crowd of peasants set fire to a police station in Sahuri. 22 policemen were killed on that day. The peasants were provoked because the police had fired on their peaceful demonstrations. Next, Once to the non-cooperation movement was over, Gandhiji followers stressed that the Congress must undertake constructive work in the rural areas next. Other leaders such as Sita Ranjan Das and Motilal Nehru argued that the party should fight elections to the council and enter them or in order of influence government policies through since social work in village in the mid 1920 the Gandhians were able to extend their support base. This proved to be very useful in launching the civil movement in 1930. Two important developments of the mid 1920 were the formation of the Rashtriya Swarajya Sevak Sangh RSS Hindu organization in the Communist Party of the India next. These parties have held very different Indian about the kind of country India should be find out about their ideas with the help of your teacher. The revolutionary nationalist Bhagat Singh too was active in the period. The decide closed with the Congress resolving to fight for Purana Swaraj complete independence in 1929 under the presidency in Jawaharlal Nehru. Consequently, Press Day, Independence Day was observed on 26 January 1930 all over the century. Next, women from diverse backgrounds, particular the national movement, young and old, single and married, they came from rural and urban areas, from both conservative the liberal homes. Next, their involvement was significant for the freedom struggle, for the women's movement and themselves personally. Next, both British official and Indian nationalists felt that women's particulars gave the national struggle an immense force. Freedom movement brought women out of their home. It gave them a place in the corporation, in the governments of India and could pave the way for equality with men. Next, Purana Swaraj would never come on its own. It had to be fought for in 1930. Gandhi declared that he would lead a march to break the salt law. According to this law, the state and monopoly on the manufacture and sale of salt. Mahatma Gandhi, along with other nationalist reasons that it was sinful to tax salt since it is such an essential item of our food. The salt march related the general desire of freedom to a specific grievances shared by everybody and thus did not divide the rich and the poor. Next, Gandhiji and his follower marched for over 240 miles from Sabarmati to the coastal town of Dandi, where they broke the government law by gathering natural salt found on the seashores and boiling sea water to produce salt.